I think historically, leadership has been attached to having a title or to a power dynamic in the traditional roles of hierarchical structures, organizational structures. And the mindset and the teaching, the education that we are introducing to this program is really a different perspective, and that you can lead from any role within a team and within an organization. It's really about how you're motivated, how you're inspired, and how you choose to make an impact for yourself and for your life, and also for the organization and the team that you're involved with. I think it's so important to implement these courses into the new diploma program because it helps an individual with self-awareness and really practicing a positive mindset. In the past, when we show up in teams, and I say we as human beings show up in teams, we're often showing up as an individual and not realizing that what it really takes to be on a team. And it's not a bunch of individuals coming to one space to perform tasks and goals. It's actually working together with cohesive energy, motivation, inspiring each other and supporting each other. Now, the students have received positively and also have been confronted with some challenges in this program that most individuals would be challenged by an introspective journey. What do I really think? What do I really believe? And how can I really be empowered to design my life, let alone my career path? The positive and the inspiring experiences come from that awareness and that empowerment to really realize that they can take this journey. It's not a destination, it's not static. It is something that you learn over time, and it will develop during your life and during your careers. What I hope the students take away from these courses is really that it's up to you, and that because of that, you don't need to fear making decisions and making choices. The journey from self-awareness into developing an effective and high-performing team, and then taking on the role of leadership, is really crucial in the future of our industry and in the future of organizations.
The tourism industry has really moved trying to understand how brand and guest experience work together and the importance of the experience. Because our product in tourism is the experience. Traditional marketing classes really start with identifying your customers and really going around the strategy concepts. But we needed to introduce brand. And how brand and guest experience are linked. But we talked to them very much about developing their personal brand and how that affects the guest experience that they deliver, whether it be in a restaurant, hotel, attractions, etc. How does your personal brand affect the service experience that you deliver? We introduced the idea of service culture and how to build it. But we also then take that a little bit into operations. We talk about the standard operating procedures. So they actually have to go through and create one for a certain situation with customers. But we talk about is how that kind of operational procedure makes the experience consistent. One of the biggest things about where marketing has gone to is realizing that the customer journey involves all touch points. People's interactions with organizations start way before they actually come on to the park or onto the site or into the restaurant. When people leave reviews online, that affects the next customer's journey, because when you pick a restaurant, you look at reviews. So it's how we bring this all together in the marketing space, and that's really changed in the last probably 5-10 years with the introduction of digital in all forms. So really working with the students to understand the customer journey, understanding those interactions, allows them to become better operators, better managers, better business people, because they're able to look at the whole picture. Many of these students aren't necessarily going to be marketers, but if they understand the connections, then they can actually really work well with other areas. And marketing and operations really need to work together to deliver the experience. when their crazy marketing team comes and asks us for things, I hope they understand what the connections are. But I hope that it actually gets a real appreciation for, again, the whole customer experience and realizing that it's not just the hour they're sitting in your facility, it's everything else around it.
The idea behind this course is to have people get a high-level idea of what it means to take care of the physical asset. And one of the things that really came to light in my brain is what makes you happy in a space. You have good lighting, it's not too hot, it's not too cold, you have Wi-Fi when you need it. All these kind of things are all part of facilities management. I think the two group projects I like the most run around sustainability, which is important regardless of whether you're in your own personal home or whether you're assisting in a business or if it's your own business.
The group worked through management best practices for waste, water, energy management, and they all look to improve that through environmental impact and how they can affect that, and then also making sure that it's done in an economically sustainable way. The second project is a redesign of the same facility, and I think they really enjoyed that by using things like mood boards to kind of set the theme and design for the facility. It really helps them to understand the importance and their vision by providing examples of things like flooring, furniture, fixtures, and other equipment that they would suggest for the facility.
And then they present that back to their classmates. And we've heard some really great ideas for this room because it's coming from the group of people that we're catering to a lot. And so you're the target market. You can sort of provide some impact or influence in where you would want to spend your money. I think the other thing we also have to do when we look at a course like this is talk about risk and talk about maintenance. And while maintenance can be like, maintenance is expensive. And I always ask, even if you don't own your own home, do you have your own car? Do you run it into the ground? Or do you take it for regular oil checks? And so using that as a springboard, we start looking at properties and at the different types of maintenance and why we do it and why it's important. The students are here for management. They aren't here to stay as a line employee. So this is just one other piece of information that they can add to their knowledge toolbox.
I taught the restaurant capstone this last semester, and also teaching at the same time facilities management and their final marketing course as well. And I was totally blown away by, in their final presentations for the capstone, which was really designing a brand new restaurant and coming up with a theme, that they were able to pull all of the knowledge that they gained from marketing to find their target market, to create a brand as well, and really have a good understanding of exactly how to get a new restaurant into the market. I was so happy to see the engagement that we had at that point, and just the excitement that they had as well to now be graduating and be heading out into industry. And I'm very confident that they have the tools to be successful.